afternoon, and thank you again for joining us on this wonderful channel. And thank you again for supporting us on C-Jump's YouTube channel. And right here today, we are at the Afrifest, right here in Edmonton, where we have a variety of entrepreneurs and small businesses that are blowing up. And they've come out here to show people what they have and what they're doing. And right next to me here, I have one of the organizers of this event. And we're here just to know what they do, how they're doing it, and what inspired them to be starting such a wonderful event. So before we get into anything, could you tell us your name and your role here and how you guys started off this amazing event?
So my name is Fadumo Osman. I work with the Africa Center Entrepreneurship and Empowerment Program. I'm one of the managers based out of Edmonton. So this market is actually in collaboration with BOM YEG. Essentially, they do a lot of markets for Black-owned entrepreneurs. They're a collective that work at a lot of different places. So essentially, we just wanted to do this market to showcase entrepreneurs. For a lot of our vendors, it's their first time in a market. So we just kind of wanted to get their feet in the water, because there's a lot of markets, to kind of see what the environment is like, if this is something that would be viable for their businesses. It's a great way to build awareness with different types of entrepreneurs and people, because a lot of the times people that do come to markets will follow up with your business, right? They'll take your card, they'll take your Instagram, and they'll DM you, they'll purchase from you directly. So it's a great way of getting your business out there and have a different revenue stream in order to sell. A lot of people don't have actual physical stores. This is a great way for them to showcase their markets and where they have foot traffic from clients that come in.
Thank you very much for that contribution. So my question here is to the people that are out there, the small businesses that are out there who want to join such a wonderful event like it's more of like a farmers market and Afrifest. How do they get to contact you guys, or how do they get to the point where they're here? Do you need to reach a certain level, or even if you just started your business, you can come here and advertise your things? How do they get to start doing it?
So we actually have an entrepreneur over there. It's her first market ever. She's never done anything like this before. She found out about it because we met at another event and we told her about the event. We always have our events posted online. We put it on Eventbrite. We put it on our social media channels. So being aware of the different resource partners and networks available, you'll know the different events that are going on and what's around in the ecosystem. There's a lot of ecosystem and there's a lot of money being invested into Black-owned businesses right now. So it's just capitalizing on that and finding the right fit for what you're looking for and what you need.
Yes, on that same note, so how often do you guys have such an event in Afrifest? Is it a weekly event? Is it a monthly event? Or how do you guys go about it?
So this is the first Afrifest festival that we're doing. Potentially it could be a yearly thing. We'll see how this one works out. I think it's been pretty good so far. But we do have a lot of different events. In November we had a networking event. We have an event in Calgary, because our program is in Calgary, Edmonton, and Winnipeg. So we have a lot of events. You just have to go online and see what's available. We have a tax clinic that's coming up next week, December, for Calgary. We have events coming all 2023. Our big thing is education, right? So even some of the vendors that weren't able to make it because they didn't have the proper licensing, we're going to tell them how to go about getting that information for them. So the next time there is an opportunity like this, they'll be able to capitalize off of it.
Personally, I'm also a young man who's also into business, and what you just said, I'm also at the stage of like where I want to register for my business. You get what I'm saying? So this is something that I learned a lot from. And before we close out this whole scene, we need you to tell us how it feels to be hosting something like this for people. The process, is it overwhelming? Is it? I know it's gonna be busy. How do you feel afterwards when you host something like this to everyone? Because this is an opportunity that can make someone a millionaire. Because for a business to start, there needs to be a process, and that process needs connection and everything. And I feel like this is a great place to connect with a lot of entrepreneurs. So how do you feel when you're doing something like that for other people?
It feels amazing. It's very definitely rewarding work in comparison to other jobs, because you feel like the rush and excitement. You're helping someone build their business. You're helping them build their future, and you're helping them build a stronger foundation, especially if you're just beginning. I also didn't do this by myself. Bernie, my colleague, who's not here right now, I don't know where she is, but you can catch her. She did a lot of legwork for this market. She also volunteers with BOM YEG as well. There's a team behind me. I'm not just by myself. So I literally give all the credit to my team. I literally, like a drop in the ocean from what I did compared to the team. So again, we're not by ourselves, right? And we're stronger when we're together. And I have an amazing team and amazing people that work with me in order to make events like this happen. I think for us, the whole point of this event was so that you'd get your feet wet, right? So all of the vendors that are at this event right now, they didn't pay anything to come in. We footed the cost for the table, for the venue, for the insurance. So they had zero costs other than their time cost to come here for their events, because we want them to get into the habit of okay, this is what it's going to cost, and then we're going to do a full breakdown of the event for them. So hey, in the future, if you need to do this is what it would cost you on average, and see and compare and contrast. This market is going to be different than other markets that are available or around, right? So it's kind of just getting your feet wet and seeing what works for you and what works for your business.
And again, guys, we just experienced true leadership here, a great leader who actually gives other people credit for the work they've done, a great leader who sees the potential in other people. Thank you very much for making us speak to you, and we really appreciate it. All right.